Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara, and we're glad you're joining us today. We've got a fascinating story to kick off the show, coming from Japan, where a far-right party has been making significant gains in recent elections. Now, let's dive into the details without taking any sides or promoting any agendas. The party in question, called Sensito, which translates to participate in politics, has been gaining traction since its inception in 2020. Founded by Kamiya, a former self-defense force, reservist and assembly member, the party has managed to attract a sizable following, particularly among those who feel disillusioned with traditional politics. Sensito's platform includes a tough stance on foreigners, with proposals for stricter regulations and screening processes for Japanese citizenship. The party also advocates for excluding non-Japanese residents from welfare benefits, citing concerns about the impact of foreign workers on Japanese wages and society. While these views have resonated with some voters, they've also sparked controversy and criticism from human rights activists and experts who warn about the dangers of xenophobia and discrimination. It's essential to acknowledge that the vast majority of foreign residents in Japan pay taxes, contribute to Social Security, and account for only a small percentage of the population and welfare benefit recipients. Kamiya, the party's leader, has also been known for his admiration of former U.S. President Donald Trump's policies, including his America First approach. He's expressed support for Trump's stance on issues like decarbonization and diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. As we explore this story further, it's crucial to remember that the rise of far-right parties is a complex phenomenon with multiple factors at play. We'll be examining the implications of these developments and what they might mean for Japan's political landscape and its relationships with other countries. We strive to provide balanced coverage, giving you, our listeners, a comprehensive understanding of the issues without taking a biased stance. Our goal is to inform and engage you in thoughtful discussions about the world's most pressing topics. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're glad you're still with us as we dive into our middle segment. Today we're exploring a fascinating story about the intersection of technology and geopolitics. It appears that Russia is taking significant steps to restrict access to foreign messaging apps and software, citing concerns over national security and data protection. The country's authorities have been testing mobile internet shutdowns in various regions, allegedly as a countermeasure against Ukrainian drone attacks. However, some experts suggest that these shutdowns might also be used to advance the sovereignization of Russia's internet. Now let's take a closer look at the specifics. Russia has already banned several foreign social media platforms and messaging apps, including Telegram, which was initially spared but is now facing renewed scrutiny. The government is promoting its own national messaging platform, called Max, which promises to offer a range of services, from basic messaging to document signing and payment processing. While some argue that Max could provide a secure alternative for Russian users, others have raised concerns about the app's data collection practices and potential surveillance capabilities. It's worth noting that Max's chats are not end-to-end encrypted, which means that its developers can access user messages and share them with government agencies if needed. As we navigate this complex issue, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives. On one hand, Russia has the right to protect its national security interests and regulate its digital landscape. On the other hand, restricting access to foreign messaging apps and promoting a domestic alternative could have significant implications for freedom of expression and online privacy. To provide some context, this development is part of a broader trend of governments around the world seeking to exert greater control over their digital ecosystems. As we've seen in countries like China and India, the tension between national security concerns and individual freedoms can be a delicate balance to strike. As we continue to monitor the situation, it's crucial to remain informed and nuanced in our understanding of the complex interplay between technology, politics, and society. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments in Russia and exploring the implications for users around the world. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. As we wrap up today's show, we're taking a closer look at some unexpected news from India. The country's vice president, Jagdeep Dhankar, has resigned from his position, citing health concerns. This sudden move has sparked speculation and surprise among politicians and observers alike. To give you a better understanding of the situation, let me provide some context. Vice President Dhankar was sworn in just 2 years ago, in August 2022, and his term was expected to run until 2027. As the chairman of the upper house of parliament, he played a significant role in Indian politics. His resignation has raised questions about what might have prompted this decision, with some opposition leaders suggesting that there may be more to the story than meets the eye. Now, it's essential to note that the vice president's office has stated that his resignation is due to health reasons, and we must respect that. However, as a journalist, it's my duty to explore the various perspectives on this issue. Some have pointed out that Dhankar had undergone angioplasty in March, but had quickly resumed his duties, which might suggest that his health concerns were not severe enough to warrant immediate resignation. The Indian government has yet to comment on the situation, but opposition leaders are already weighing in. Some have expressed surprise and disappointment at the sudden move, while others have hinted that there might be underlying reasons for Dhankar's decision. As we try to make sense of this development, it's crucial to remember that the role of the vice president in India is largely ceremonial, with some parliamentary responsibilities. The position is also second in line to the presidency, should the head of state be unable to fulfill their duties. In the coming days and weeks, we can expect more information to emerge about the circumstances surrounding Dhankar's resignation. For now, it's essential to approach this story with a critical and nuanced perspective, considering all possible factors and avoiding speculation or bias. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay engaged.